Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan, and we're talking draft grades, starting with the AFC East, and we're on to the Dolphins. Now, you cannot talk about the Dolphins draft without talking about them giving up only a second-round pick for last year's number 10 overall pick, Josh Rosen. I don't care what draft prognosticators this year have said about Kyler Murray and Josh Rosen, that whole situation. I think this is the dumbest thing that Arizona could have done. Yes, they got a quarterback that's tailor-made for the offense of the coach that they brought in. The GM is unproven. He's done nothing but build a terrible team and hire two different coaches across 2 years. The coach is unproven. It's his first season in the league, and he didn't exactly have a great track record in college to begin with. And the quarterback is a smurf. So, Arizona is doing their own thing. More power to them. The Dolphins have reaped the benefits of that train wreck. Josh Rosen is no worse than he was coming out of college. And coming out of college, a lot of people had him as the most pro-ready quarterback out of that draft, which produced 5 first-round quarterbacks that almost every draft prognosticator out there thought were going to be long-term starters for the franchises that drafted them. And I think that's the case, okay? You got a solid product in Rosen with that second-round trade. So, good on you, okay? But in the first round, at pick number 13, you got Christian Wilkins. Now, I thought they would have done something dumb here, because the front office, before this offseason and getting Flores in the building, hasn't really shown that they're that great. But Christian Wilkins is a slam dunk pick, okay? He is the most well-rounded defensive tackle prospect coming out in the first round. He's not like a sexy pick. When you look at his film, he just does the work, okay? He is a great building block for a culture need team, okay? The Dolphins are developing their culture. Brian Flores has already brought over a number of people from the Patriots organization that he came from to help develop that culture, and Wilkins is a fantastic building block for that. He's going to be nothing but great for this team for a long, long time. Now, in the third round, they went with Michael Dieter, guard out of Wisconsin. Great, protect the quarterback that you just traded for. So, yeah, that's a very good fit for need and value at that position. They went with the linebacker, Andrew Van Ginkel. Great name, by the way, out of Wisconsin in the fifth round. And again, fits a need. This is a team with a lot of needs, though. So really, they're just going after guys that fit the culture and are very, very talented. And so far, going down this list, that's all they did. They've got a lot of needs. They could have gone almost anywhere, but they focused on really, really valuable positions, and they got character guys. They got high character, high work ethic guys that will help Flores build this team for the long haul. Isaiah Prince, offensive tackle out of Ohio State, he's okay. He's going to be a depth guy, so I wouldn't really get too excited about him. The remaining names, Chandler Cox and Myles Gaskin, depth, okay? Nobody gets fullbacks anymore, but Chandler Cox might end up being in a starting role depending on if they actually utilize a fullback in this offense. We're not really sure what Flores is going to have instilled for this team, but just the fact that they drafted a fullback probably means that he's going to want to go more smash mouth, which doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense for a Miami team. I mean, you have the better weather, so take advantage of it, but hey, do what you got to do. Overall, factoring in the Rosen trade, I gave the Dolphins an A. They knocked this one out of the park. It was hard to not find needs filled in this draft because they have so many of them. But as far as culture fits, what they need to do for the franchise moving forward. They knocked it out of the park. I agree with everything they did. Again, I thought they were going to be a lot dumber, but they weren't. So good on you, Dolphins. Great news for Dolphins fans moving forward. You got some great players added in this draft and via trade in this draft.